He started something good, and I'm gonna believe it. He started something good, and he's gonna complete it.
And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. Now we all know we can quote this verse, but what do we do when we can't see or feel him working? Keep doing the work of the Lord. Jesus answered them, "This is the work of God, that you believe in him who he has sent." One way to do the work of the Lord is to just believe. We have to keep working our faith no matter what our situation is. After all the things that God has brought us through, it seems like it would be easy for us to just believe. But we're only human, so we still have doubt. And Peter answered him, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." And he said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Jesus immediately reached out his hand and took hold of him, saying to him, "O you of little faith, why did you doubt?" I'm sure that we won't be in the same exact situation as Peter, but we can definitely relate. Jesus was right in front of Peter, but Peter still had doubts. Now when we can't see or feel him working, doubts are gonna come. But we have to believe that he's right in front of us, beside us and behind us. Abound in his work. Therefore, my beloved brothers, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that in the Lord your labor is not in vain. Now it's hard to abound in something we can't see or feel, so we have to abound in his past works. When we abound in his past works, it works as a reminder that the only thing that has changed is our situation. Because God is the same God that he was in our last situation. When you abound in his past works, knowing that he's brought us through time after time, and he's worked in us time after time, then it'll help you abound in the works that he's doing now, even if you don't see him or feel him. But as it is written, what no eye has seen, nor ear heard, nor the heart of man imagined, what God has prepared for those who love him. We may not see or hear, but he has a plan. And what kind of God would he be if he didn't see it through? Know that he's able. Know that he's able to work not only in you, but through you as well. Now unto him who is able to do far more abundantly than all we ask or think, according to the power at work within us. If we can't see him or feel him working in us, then it's a good chance that he wants to work through us. And if he's able to do far more abundantly than what we may ask or think, according to the power at work within us, then we shouldn't be sitting around waiting for him to do everything for us. We can still pray and praise and worship and fast. We can still give, and we can still be kind to others. And because he gives us this power, don't think that it's because of us that anything happens. We may have the power in us, but it's because of God that we have the power. John answered, "A person cannot receive one thing unless it is given him from heaven." Commit your works to God. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. We all have things that we want God to do for us, in us, and through us. And the works that I named in my last point is what we can do to get what we want from God. But we have to do those works for God, not for ourselves. We can't just do the works just to do them and then expect God to give us whatever we want. And even when we do commit our works to God, we still may not get what we want. When it says all your plans will be established, that's if all your plans line up with the will of God. God will give us the desires of our heart, but I'm talking about spiritual desires that we want to see God work in us and through us. Know that it's not all for nothing. When you can't see or feel God working in your life, and you still commit your works to him, he sees that. For God is not unjust so as to overlook your work and the love that you have shown for his name in serving the saints as you still do. Your work is not in vain because he's always paying attention. So keep believing even when you can't see or feel him working. And when you can't see him work, that's how we know that he is working. Because faith is the evidence of things not seen. Abound in his past works so that you can abound in his present works. Know that he's able and work for the Lord. That's all I have this week, but God willing, I'll be back next week with another word from God through me for you. God bless.
Everything is wild.